One of the biggest warning signs in crypto is flashing. That warning sign happens to be in Tether Dominance. We're going to look at this in depth in the not so distant future. My name is Chase. Welcome in. It's 5-Day Crypto. I'm a level 1 CMT and full-time trader. Today, we're going to look at this in great detail. We're going to look at a couple of indicators as well that kind of back some theories up and some big warnings that you need to be watching. So full credit to Benjamin Cowan for pointing out the Tether Dominance chart, right? I'm sure some of you are familiar with this, going all the way back to 2017. Every bounce with authority has led to a significant drop in crypto. And you can see on that same trend line that's, again, gone back several years, we've just tapped it again. Now, what do we have here, right? This is a diagonal trend line. It's just meant to show a trend. It's not as important as horizontal support and resistance, which you have here, our resistance zone and our support zone, all the way down here around 2.5% to 2%. And then we have around our 5% resistance zone. We're at 4.5% now. And you can see we just bounced off of here, which is why crypto is falling. If you go back and look at historically, the Bitcoin price, anytime this Tether Dominance bounces with significance, you see a significant drop in crypto as well. But that's not it, right? So what is different this time as of now? Well, a couple things. First and foremost, if we put it on closing prices, you can see previously we've hit this multiple times, even with closes. We haven't quite got there yet. So that could take a little bit more time. That is a good sign, right? If you want crypto to continue higher without a catastrophic drop, and we're talking big drops, right? The last time, right back here or here, right? Look at these time frames. November 2021, February, January, March, April 2021. Sound familiar? Right? How about May 2021? If you're around for that, look at this little move, right? That was one of the biggest drops in crypto history. So we do not want to see this play out, which is why this is resistance. And if we break these local peaks here, right, that's breaking through, and we likely would flip this resistance back to support, and bad things come, right? Crossing the stream's bad. We're going to get to this zone here in a moment, and we're going to zoom in, but I'm not done. Right, we got some more things to look at. There is one glaring, perhaps saving grace to this, in that even though we're on this trend line and have bounced, besides we haven't closed down there, there's another important factor that we need to look at. So let's put on our moving averages and see if you can spot it. What's the difference? Look at this pink line, this 200-day EMA, exponential moving average. We've been above it historically for its entire life, right? Bull trend, uptrend, forever. We are now in I would argue, a bear market. We're under the 200-day. That's bearish. By definition, we're in a downtrend, right? Ever since this peak here back in September, right? Think how well crypto has done since September, October, right? When the Tether Dominance started to capitulate down here. So we're in a downtrend, and we're simply, perhaps, just a bounce in a downtrend. But go back to January, mid-January 2024, right? Crypto prices going down. When did prices pick back up again? You guessed it, right? February. February was good. March has been pretty good, except for when was our top, right? Not that long ago, right when Tether Dominance bottomed, at least locally. So far, resistance under test of this zone. The weekly EMA 8, right in the red line, weekly EMA 8 is now holding so far as resistance, and we want to continue to do that. This zone right here is important because that is the 200 week. If we reclaim 5.5% and flip this back to support, I fear we might have another catastrophic drop. So that is worth paying attention to, and not only that, but we have some indicators to back that up. And not only some indicators, but one of the most blatant ones, let's just go look at it, the Mayer multiple. If we go look at this historically on the weekly chart, we've only ever been this low one other time. When was it? February 2021. What came in the few months after that? One of the harshest, unexpected drops in crypto history. May of 2021 is when we got that, right? And look what happened, right? Our low. are low. The Mayer multiple can give you great signs on when to be buying anything, right? If Bitcoin was this low, it'd be like all in. However, this is Tether, all-time low. This is like all in, right? Which would mean all out of crypto. Early? Perhaps. Maybe we have until June or July. Maybe this does nothing. But this is certainly a warning worth paying attention to. I feel like the seismologist in, all those movies that sees the signs on the wall that there's going to be the major earthquake and, right, everyone thinks they're crazy. But the facts are here. Here's the chart. Here's the earthquake chart. The signs are there. So be careful. Now, we have some hurdles to overcome. So if we start to move up and we overtake this level, right, previous swing low, okay, that's another big warning. And this would be kind of my final where I would really start to take some money off the table and de-risk if we get up in here, right? So we're still okay, right? Remember, February prices were still great in crypto. March prices still great in crypto. It wasn't until May, right? So we had several months to really get our act together. We still have several months. We could go much higher. Bitcoin could be at 90K and this would still be on the table. All right. So it's not like we're going to drop from here to whatever K your favorite YouTuber says. But I haven't seen anybody talk about the Mayer multiple and Tether Dominance. And here it is. The biggest correction in crypto history happened very unexpectedly. Yet the Mayer multiple kind of forecasted that, right? And yet here we are again. So if your eyes aren't open, they better be getting there, right? So that's where we're at. Just to recap, right? We're still okay. We're still in a downtrend. This time is slightly different because we are more bearish by definition. We're under the 200 week. We're there, right? We haven't actually touched this with a close yet, right? We're not there like we were back in here, right? January, February 2021, we actually hit it with the close. So maybe we prolong this, right? If there's a scenario where we kind of work our way up and maybe just, do this later, right? And then, right, the longer it takes us to hit this, or maybe it doesn't even hold this time. Maybe it goes down to support, right? That would be a crypto blow off, right? That would be a blow off top, right? If we're going to go to 100K this year, something like this would likely be on the cards, right? We're going to have to break this. If we want to see crypto go to 100, if we want Bitcoin to 100K, this must happen. If this holds, at least initially, we're done for a while, right? Just like back here. If this held back here, but this was a bull trend, uptrend for Tether here. We are now under the 200. That's bearish. So a little bit different, but worth noting. We'll see if this plays out and we'll update you every step of the way. If you want access to our private Telegram group where we stay on top of things like this, talk a lot more extra content on Bitcoin, Bitcoin dominance, market caps, stock market, DXY, everything in between. Consider joining our Patreon group. Access link below. And I'll see you there.